Hey guys, Fernando here. In today's video, I want to go over exactly why it's not a bad thing that your life isn't where it's supposed to be today. You might be thinking to yourself, man, my relationship is not a good place. I've put on 10, 20 pounds of fat. I'm living check to check. How can my life be okay? When we encounter situations such as these, the last thing we want to do is panic. When we panic, we make decisions that are not in our best interest. So I want to go ahead and cover 4 tactical decisions you can make today to drastically improve your life over the next 6 months. Decision number 1 is to realize that nobody has a perfect life. They say that comparison is a thief of joy. So when we feel like we don't measure up to another man, we're essentially just slapping ourselves in our face. Now think about this. Who has a perfect life? Is it Tom Brady? Well, Tom Brady was married to Giselle, but Giselle ended up leaving him for the jiu-jitsu instructor, right? So as much of an alpha male as someone might see Tom as, he's still going through a divorce. He's still having to pick up the pieces. What about Elon Musk, right? He's the richest man in the world. Now, that should be the guy that has what we consider the perfect life. But he has like 10 kids. He's gone through multiple divorces. He has his own issues. The reality is that no man has a perfect life, and that's okay. It never will be. Every man, from those that live in a mansion to those that work at McDonald's, have to realize that their life is a work in progress. It's never going to be complete. So we can realize that, we'll start to figure out what are those areas in our lives that we have to fix. Let's create a game plan and let's get started. Decision number 2 is to write a letter to yourself 6 months from now. I recently attended a personal development seminar, and the very last thing they did, midnight of the 3rd day, is they gave us a letter, pen and paper, and said, write this letter to yourself so that in 6 months, when you get the letter, you'll see how your life has changed if you've taken action. Most people will say, I'll believe it when I see it, but the great late Dwayne Dyer said this, I'll see it when I believe it. So when you put pen to paper and you decide, this is the man that I'm going to become in 180 days. Now, what is that man doing differently than you are today? Is he going to bed earlier? Is he waking up earlier? Is he journaling? Is he reading? Is he working out? Is he running? Is he hydrating? Is he working on his business, on his relations, on his mental health? You want to make sure you have all that written down so that you have a plan that you can follow. A great book that I recommend that you read is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, because there's an example in the book, and there's 3 friends, and they're about the same level with their fitness, with their business, with their relationships. But over the course of 31 months, very small increments, 1% at a time, one improves, one decreases their output, and one stays the same. So 31 months later, one person's life drastically increased for the better, one person's life drastically decrease for the better, and one's basically stayed the same. You only want to be the person that is building that compound interest for all of the important areas of your life, whether it's your relationships, your fitness, and your business. The 3rd decision is to identify all of your distractions. 6 months from now, you're going to become a completely different person. So what's going to hold you back? Is it endlessly scrolling through social media? Is it watching too much sports? Is it going on YouTube? Is it texting with friends? Try to figure out what exactly is holding you back at this time from accomplishing those goals that you really want to accomplish. Recently, I cut out almost all of my subscriptions. Now, I don't watch a lot of movies or a lot of shows, but I do watch a lot of sports. But if there's a game that I want to watch or a fight that I want to watch, I'll make sure to go to the bar or watch it with friends somewhere, make it more of an event. Now, when it comes to food and nutrition, I've cut out a lot of bad food. So that means no fast food, staying away from food that is sugary. I'm trying to eat good, clean food. Also, I've taken a break from alcohol as well. So I'm just trying to implement these little things that are going to help me become the man that I want to become 6 months from now. So I encourage you to invoke a new level of discipline. If you invoke this level of discipline 6 months from now, your body, your mind, your business, your relationships will all improve. Decision number 4 is to make it public. So you've already identified the fact that life is not perfect. You've written yourself a letter that will arrive 6 months from today, and you've made a list of those distractions. Now the next step, right? The next step is to hold yourself accountable. So recently what I did is I made a goal to get down to 10% body fat, because I know at 10% I'll look optimally how I want to look. I'll have 6-pack abs. So I said, this is gonna happen within about 3 months. And I put that on Instagram. So now I'm sharing my meals that I'm eating, the workouts that I'm doing, the cardio that I'm doing in order to get to my goal. Now, you might not be ready to put out publicly like on social media. Hey, that's totally okay. But maybe find 3 or 4 friends who are going to hold you accountable to your goals. So I recently attended a personal development seminar. And when I came back, I identified 3 to 4 areas of my life that were very important to me. And each friend that I reached out to, I said, hey, Can you hold me accountable in this area? So once a week, I check in with them. I say, hey, for the past week, this was my progress. These are the areas that I failed. This is what I did good in. And then for the next week, these are my goals. I want to share one last book with you, and it's The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell. The Hero's Journey. It's a story about a man who has it all, loses it all, and gains it all back. That's the hero's journey. This is your opportunity to become a hero. This is your chance to unfuck your life. So for the next 6 months, who will you become? Same old you, or will you be your hero? For more dating, business, and fitness tips, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.